Now, tell me if I'm wrong here, guys, but lifestyle inflation is quietly ruining people's finances. A lot of people actually go broke faster when they started making more money. And what is mind boggling is they don't even realize. Most people think lifestyle inflation is just about spending more, but I feel like nobody really talks about the real reasons why, when people get so much money, they succumb to this inflation and spending. Because when people start earning money, something subtle begins to happen. Their expectations start to change. Listen, guys, I've deleted TikTok for I don't even know how long now, but I'm gonna show you a few TikToks and they just expose themselves. They just show exactly how this happens. Listen to this here.
Okay, let me tell you about girl math because my husband doesn't get this. If I prepay for something, the day I show up to do it, it's free. If I pay a deposit for something, the day I show up to do it, I got a discount. Fact.
I'm sorry. Listen, guys, I know this is probably a joke or something. Like, she's probably just, doing it for the views and stuff like that. But we need to leave this girl math back in 2025. And I feel like the people most susceptible to this is they are people who just got raises, their income maybe increased by $20,000, $30,000 because they switched the position. They get this influx of cash and now they start using girl math to try and justify purchases, always wanting to upgrade that lifestyle constantly. And I know I'm sounding like a Debbie Downer right now, like never spend your money, but how you actually live like this, guys, is you make a budget and you stick to it. It's one of the best ways to avoid lifestyle creep. Something like a 60/30/10 rule, a 70/20/10 rule. Something like that where you can designate money, you can control where your money's going. So you can set limits. And the extra money that you have for fun, you can use as much girl math on those funds as you want because you've already set aside savings. You've already set aside money for those important investments. They're going to come through for you in the long run in 20 to 30 years. In this next clip, I'm going to show you a great example of emotional spending and how it can lead to lifestyle creep. Now, in this clip, he is a bit younger, but this still applies even in the youth. I started working when I was 15, and the first thing I wanted to do when I got my first paycheck was to spend it, and I did. You unlock new ways to spend more, and you try to look like you have more than you really do. And that's where these companies get you. They know, like the youth, the younger people, they're going to make that impulsive decision when they start to acquire money. They market to your emotions. Being able to practice mindfulness at a young age and even when you're older is so important to me. I know it may sound corny to just say like, oh, just meditate, you'll be good, bro. The awareness that you build over time when making these big financial decisions, like a car, will help you save thousands. Once people start making real money, their expectations start to change. People treat themselves constantly. Those $5 coffees, they start to feel normal. You're eating out multiple times a week, and that nice car feels responsible. Nothing feels extravagant because the baseline expectation that you have has just moved up. I was in the food industry most of my life, and once I started getting into more of a stable income, my mind immediately went to like getting a new car. Bro, this BMW has had me on like a leash, bro, for the past like month, or just thinking about upgrading something. It's only with awareness that I was able to take a step back and now focus on my goals, like investing and making my money work for me and finding other ways to make more money because that's always the goal. And being able to, come on here and express myself and try to give a voice to people who are struggling, it means the world to me because I hope that I can connect with as many people as I can and, you know, try and change people's lives, really, because so many people are struggling and it's only getting worse with the amount of increase in prices and just with all of the events going on in the world, being able to afford everyday expenses is getting harder and harder. And my generation, we cannot succumb to this type of spending because it will affect our future.
How are you guys both physicians and drinking such cheap wine? It's no way y'all are physicians drinking $7 bottle of wine. Cheap, but we like it. And that mindset is the reason why there are so many physicians out there who are making money, but they're still broke.
And this is exactly what I'm referring to, guys. A physician, these physicians, they bring home easily $200,000 a year, guys. That's more than $10,000 a month. And they are still finding ways to just completely overspend. You know, they're probably buying $70 worth of wine, like Ryan in the office, buying freaking $70 glasses of Chardonnay when they really they don't, there's no need to be doing that. And don't get me wrong, guys, I like to spend money. I go out, me and my girlfriend, we go out to eat all the time, but the thing is, the money is set aside for those things, for those activities. You know, there's no such thing as overspending because there's budgets set and there's money that's moved already to make sure that this can be as stress free as possible so we can actually enjoy what we're eating instead of just constantly looking at the prices of everything.
Listen, I'm here to tell you, spend the money, take the trip, buy the outfit. Who gives a fuck? Who cares? Fuck the budget, fuck saving. You deserve a trip, you deserve a new outfit, whatever you want. Life is too short, y'all.
Now, guys, I do agree with a little bit of what he said towards the end, but I also have to stress the importance of just not doing this. You can enjoy life, you can have fun and do the things that you want with some sort of plan in place. Be intentional with the things that you spend your money on. Don't let this sort of, oh, fuck you mentality ruin the next 15, 10 years of your life just because you have this, oh, I don't give a fuck mentality. This is how people change their expectations on things and they want everything to come to them instantly, guys. There's no sort of delayed gratification. There's no sort of working towards something, putting effort towards something, so you can be thankful and you can see the amount of work that you've done. This just increases the chances that you will experience lifestyle inflation. And when you are stuck, you know, when you're 30, 35, you're going to look back at the decisions that you made when you were 20, 25 years old. But once again, guys, you have to enjoy life. You know, with all the things I'm saying about not trying to spend so much money, creating a budget, investing, you also have to enjoy the life that you have here on earth. You know, that's why I encourage you to do things, travel, go places, but you'd have to be safe first. You know, you have to have that cushion. So not only is it less stressful for you in the future, the people that you love, the people around you, they're gonna feel that, you know. Being able to avoid this sort of lifestyle creep is not, it's what's gonna get you ahead in life instead of just trying to be flashy or trying to impress people for no reason. It's you versus you. You know, and all those TikToks, Instagram reels, all those motivational posts, what they say is low key true. It is you versus you, you know, but we get stuck endlessly scrolling and then, you know, this guy shows up and they're just telling us, you know, to spend whatever we'd like. But it's not the case, especially in today's world. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. I do hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. I know I don't have that many subscribers, but I appreciate every single one of you who has subscribed here. Makes my day every time somebody views my video, likes it. So once again, I appreciate all your support and I'll see you guys in the next video.